everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Before we jump into today's video, I just want to call out the elephant in the room. I have new hair color. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but in full disclosure, this is actually my natural hair color. I'm going back natural. I do think there will be a little bit of a in-between period, just because if you've ever transitioned from blonde to brunette, you go dark initially and then your hair's dark, but it's not like pretty healthy dark, it's like damaged dark. So I don't know, we'll see, but just wanted to call out how different that is. But yes, in this video, this is actually one of my favorite videos to film, just because I think it's always fun to go back and kind of review, especially in a positive way, things that I've purchased and really think about why do I love them, because it can help me inform future decisions. And so I have a whole collection of items around me. It was really hard to narrow it down to 10, but I think I did a pretty good job. I'm sure things will come to mind later where I think, oh gosh, that's like such a great piece and I wish I would have included that. Because to be honest, there's so many things that I love that I bought last year. I feel like having that very intentional focus on purchasing things that are more classic was really helpful. But yeah, I have a good assortment of things. I have handbags, coats, casual, formal, not actually nothing really that formal, but yeah, quite a few mix of things. So let's jump right in, starting with probably one of my most worn pieces. And this is the COS lightweight merino wool dress. I don't even know how many videos I've talked about this in, but this is such an incredible staple, such an incredible basic in my wardrobe. And I've said this before, but I think the real power behind this piece is, of course, it's comfortable, but it's its versatility. You can really dress it up, you can dress it down. There's really not any occasion that I can think of where it's like inappropriate to wear, maybe like an Easter celebration or something, but this kind of a dress, it's conservative, but it still looks modern, and I just love everything about it. I really love this like mock turtleneck funnel neck look. I think that's a very regal kind of silhouette. And I love the slits on the side so that you're not too constricted with the midi length. You get kind of a nice little peak when you're walking in it. I usually pair this with like black tights and boots if it's cooler out. I also have just worn this around the house or to work with like a little pair of ballet flats, but you could just wear it with tennis shoes as well. There's so many different things you can wear this with. I also just love the quality of it. I mean, as you guys know, COS is like one of my favorite places to purchase things from, just because I feel like when you buy things from there, they really just last a lifetime. And yeah, this has just been something that I constantly grab for. It's super warm, regulates your body temperature because it is 100% merino wool. Yeah, I don't know really what much else to say about it other than that I love this dress and I've worn it so many times. So yeah, this was actually a very early 2023 purchase. I purchased this in, I believe, very early January 2023. So this kicked off the new year very well. Maybe that's what I should do. I think I might try to go in order from when I purchased these things, although it's like not totally clear to me when some of these things came along. But on that note, I will get to my next purchase that I've absolutely loved. And of course, it is more of a seasonal piece, so I haven't worn it recently just because this does veer more spring summer, but I wore this in the spring and the summer constantly. And this was a piece that I bought when I was in London, and this is the Carolina Herrera Seagrass Vendome tote bag. It is stuffed with something right now, so it looks like it's bulging a little bit, but I had my eye on this purse for pretty much all of 2022. It's a really subtle design, so I wasn't even sure at first like who created this bag, and when I found out it was Carolina Herrera, I looked everywhere for it. I originally wanted it in like the tan of this, but I'm actually so happy that I went with the black just because it reads a little more city to me personally, and I just wear so much black. It was nice to have something like this. Even though there is gold hardware, I should point out, that actually doesn't bother me. I kind of just look at this as almost like a hardware-less bag when I'm styling it with things, but it's worn so incredibly well. I also wasn't sure about the size, but I actually really love the giant size of this. I kind of like that big bags are coming back. I've actually been wearing my vintage Celine luggage tote from the Phoebe Philo era a lot more recently, just because I have that bag and I love that bag, and I'm just trying to like dip into the trend without having to really buy anything new, which is always nice. But anyway, that's a long way of saying that it's nice to have a bigger bag when you're out and about and you can put more things in it. Even though I do want to be gentle with the seagrass, and so I don't really like pack this bag too full, but it's very lightweight, so it's very easy to carry around, and it's just been such an incredible spring and summer bag. I love it. I would even honestly buy it in the tan at this point, just because it's a bag that I love so much. So that was a really great purchase. I did buy it in London. I got a better price, I will say, even though Carolina Herrera, I believe, is based in New York. I think it's owned by a Spanish brand, so it does seem to be better priced abroad. If you are thinking of buying this bag, I think you can knock about $500 off if you purchase it abroad. So even better that I could get it in London and get a little bit of a deal on it. The next item, this is a super casual item, and I believe this was also very early 2023. I just needed some more casual loungewear, to be perfectly honest. I think that's something that we often overlook. We think, you know, I have to buy new things that look nice because people are going to see me in it, which is, you know, totally understandable. But then when we're home, we just kind of dress in whatever. But why not dress in nice things that make us feel good? And if we're going home and wearing loungewear every single night, then I think it's perfectly acceptable and a good idea to invest in some really nice looking loungewear. So that is what the Skims boyfriend collection was for me. I own so much from this collection because it is honestly the most comfortable. It's super, super soft material. I love the oversized fits. My favorite things personally are these long sleeve t-shirts. I have these in onyx, navy, green, gray. These are things that I wear. Like I said, I come home and I put them on with the matching little boxer pants or the boxer shorts if it's spring or summer. And then I honestly will wear these out over, you know, my leggings and my sports bra when I'm going to workout classes or something. So I just find they're very versatile and they're just super, super comfortable. So this whole Skims boyfriend collection has just been such a good buy for me. I just love having them in the little different colors, and I wear these constantly and I absolutely love them. So that was a really great buy. The next item is a pair of jeans that I loved so much. I actually purchased them twice. And so these are my Levi's dark wash Japanese denim jeans. So these were sort of a special, they weren't a collab or anything. They were just when Levi sort of went into Japanese style denim, and Japanese denim is known for just being really high quality, a little more raw, and I absolutely love it. So I love the fact that the Levi's, which is normally kind of a brown color, is actually black. I thought that was a fun little mix. I love the white stitching, and you can see the little Levi's like made in Japan. And I love the cut of these. These are like a barrel jean. I want to try some from COS that are a barrel jean in a similar, just perfect dark clean wash, because I think these might be a really good alternative for you all, because these I love so much, but they don't make them anymore, which I hope they will again. I hope this was just sort of like a sellout and they're going to restock again at some point kind of thing, because these truly are like the perfect jean. So yeah, I'm hoping maybe the COS ones will be a good alternative if they don't ever restock these. But I love these jeans so much. I originally bought them in a 25-27, so they are a little more oversized. So I actually had to size down. I'm normally a 26 in Levi's, but I got the 25, and even those are a little bit baggy, but I kind of like that look to them. The 27 were just like perfectly cropped, so I think they look super good with ballet flats. I'm actually wearing them right now because I just love them and they're so comfortable. And then when this pair came out and went on sale in their little warehouse sale, these are a 25-30, so I wanted a second pair but in a longer length so that I could wear them with boots or tennis shoes or just anything where I wanted a little bit of a longer cut. So I really, really like having both pairs of the same jean just in different lengths. If you have a pair that you love, I highly recommend doing that because it's just makes make things easier, and that way you don't just like wear to death your one pair. You can kind of like rotate between the two. And I honestly think I really do rotate quite evenly between the two. So they're getting equal love and equal wear. But I will say these are a lot more expensive than your average Levi's. These were around $200. I've seen them get up to even $250. So they definitely were a premium Levi's, but like I said, they're my absolute favorite jeans. The next item is another handbag, and I talked about this fairly recently in a video where I kind of go through all of my favorite non-designer handbags. And this is this handbag from Flattered. And this bag was honestly a little bit of a wild card because I wasn't sure at first. I honestly was picking up the Flattered clay clutch, which is a leather clutch that looks a little bit like paper baggy. And that was what I really, really wanted. And then when I saw this bag, I just thought, oh, I like the design of that. I'm gonna go for it. I really like the size. I love a top handle on a bag. I love that it also has a little crossbody aspect to it if you want. And yeah, this has just been the perfect bag for me. I did not have a black bag that didn't have any hardware. And so I really wanted something that would be easy to pair with things when I don't want to wear sort of my more luxury bags like my Hermes bag. And so, because you know, for safety reasons or just whatever, sometimes I just want a more minimal look and a more minimal bag. And this to me is just the perfect bag. It looks small, but it actually fits so much. It can fit my phone, my camera, my wallet, my keys, like just every single thing that you really want. And I honestly love carrying it via the little top handle most of the time. I do love that it has a crossbody still though, because when I get on the subway, I'll put it across just so it's a little more secure. But in general, I love carrying it like this because it's so small. It is the smallest size of this bag. I should note they actually make this bag in a medium and larger size, which I do love those sizes too, actually. I would even say to venture into the larger size, but yeah, I just think it's such a cute, tiny little bag, and that's just like one of my best handbag purchases, and I honestly probably wear it too much because I just love it. The next item is actually something that I'm wearing, another thing I'm wearing right now, and these are COS earrings, these little pearl asymmetrical earrings. So if you can see, they're actually two separate earrings. And that's what I love about them, because I think like with pearls especially, sometimes it can get a little too prim and proper if you're not careful. So first of all, these pearls are very, well, they're fake pearls, but these are like, or very organic looking, which I like about them. And then the fact that they're also not matching, I think is fantastic. So this one kind of dangles, and then this one is a little stud. The stud is so incredibly comfortable just because it has this kind of a backing that has the really thick, which a lot of the COS earrings do have. I also know people asked me in my COS jewelry video, you know, how they wear over time and whatnot, and I think they wear great. Like these earrings, I wear them to sleep. I wear them in the shower. I will just not take these earrings off for like 2 weeks, which I know is kind of crazy for some, but that's the kind of jewelry that I like. I like very like low maintenance jewelry, and this is like the perfect. In fact, I love these earrings so much. They came out with a gold pair that's just gold without the pearl, and this part's like just all gold. And my sister got them for me for my birthday, and I love those as well. I will kind of switch those out, but because these are really the ones that started it all, I absolutely love these. And they were $25, which is also, yeah, they were such a good price, and they're so comfortable, and they've just worn fantastically. So couldn't recommend these enough. These are probably my favorite jewelry purchase of 2023. So the other item, it's another clothing item. I don't have it with me because it is a sort of spring summer item. I don't put my designer handbags into storage, but I do put my clothes and a lot of my shoes into storage. And so I have this in storage right now, which is why I can't show it to you, but I'll definitely insert photos of when I've worn it and things like that. But my favorite buy was a boxy linen vest, like a waistcoat vest from Zara. And I wore that all spring and summer just because it's so my style, in the sense that it's modern, because it's like a take on that masculine waistcoat look. I loved, it was the boxy factor for me that really made me want to wear it over and over and over again because it wasn't close fitted to the body. Obviously in the summertime, you're hot, you're sweating. It's linen, so it's breathable, but the fact that it wasn't touching my body as close as, say, my waistcoat from Dish was, I just wore this nonstop. I also just thought it looked so cute with like jeans and skirts, and I love how high it came up. So I think my Dish one comes down a little bit lower, more like a low V-neck, and I just like that this one sat up a little bit higher. Just the fit of it, the whole thing was absolute perfection. And again, I could dress it up, I could dress it down. It was just kind of that like cool outfit when I paired it with my Dish black linen trousers that was pretty appropriate for any occasion where I wanted to look cool and modern, and you know, maybe I wasn't as confident going into the social situation, I didn't know people or something. This was such a great outfit to wear for things like that. So this boxy linen vest from Zara was definitely such an incredible buy. And the final two pieces, my highlights from 2023, are actually coats, one of which I don't think I've actually ever shared with you all, which is kind of crazy. I think it just never made its way into any of my like what's new in my wardrobe videos or anything like that. But yeah, so I'll start with the one that you all know because again, I've talked about it I think in quite a few videos, and that is my black COS wool coat. So I can't even begin to get this one in the screen, so I'll just kind of hold it up here and make sure that it's in the cutaways. But this coat, it was definitely an investment piece. It was one of the more expensive COS pieces that I've ever purchased. It was upwards of $400, but I wear this coat all the time. It's definitely the coat that I reach for the most. It's just such a beautiful shape. I love how long it is. I love that it's double-breasted. I love the like gentle shoulder pads. It's not too much in terms of adding volume, but there's still structure that's there when you wear it. It's 100% wool. It's lined. It's so impeccably made. I got it in a size 2, so I can, but it is more of an oversized fit, so I can still wear sweaters and things underneath of it. I know so many of you have loved this coat as well because I know a bunch of you bought this coat, so I'm sure that you'll agree with me in saying hopefully this is one of your favorite purchases of 2023 as well. But I think just because of its sort of structured 80s nature, you can honestly dress up anything and make anything look cool when you put this coat on over it. So I love this coat so much, and I'm really happy that I took the plunge and that I didn't really let the price deter me, because in terms of cost per wear, it's been completely worth it. And then the final coat, again, a total surprise, I think, to you all, is this one from, this is actually a secondhand but grand purchase. This is a Maison Margiela coat, and it is probably from the 90s, because it's actually even before Maison Margiela became Maison Margiela. It's Maison Martin Margiela. So that was kind of or Martin Margiela, sort of the original brand before it evolved. And I was looking for a navy wool coat, also a bit long, and not like too long, but just a nice structured navy coat. And this one caught my eye on the RealReal, and it was in my favorites for a while, and I think it probably went on additional sale. I think I ended up getting it for around $300, which for a 100% wool coat, oh my gosh. And when I got this in person, it honestly was even better than I thought. It is a size 40 and it fits so beautifully. I will say this has more shoulder pads than my COS coat. It is even more structured, I would say, but people stop me on planes. They stop me on the street when I wear this coat. Everyone's like, wow, that's a really, really beautiful coat. And I completely agree. I just think it's the most beautiful coat. I'm so glad I finally have a navy coat, because I love pairing this with camels and blacks. I loved wearing this when I was in Paris this year. It just made all of my outfits seem a lot more cool and refined. So investing in things like this, I mean, I think there's quite a pattern here. I've noticed these really clear staples, whether that be a really beautiful handbag or a coat or a nice jean, like those are the things that can really elevate an outfit, I think. And yeah, these have just really contributed to making me feel great, honestly, when I'm putting together outfits throughout the year. So just wanted to celebrate all of these items. And I think I'm also going to do not that I like to focus on negative things or the negative aspects of things, but I do think there is learning in kind of reviewing maybe some purchases that were not the best purchases for me for certain reasons. And yeah, hopefully that will, sharing them with you will keep me accountable so that I don't buy similar things again. And also that I, yeah, just kind of learn from my mistakes and move forward. So keep an eye out for that video next, and I will see you all later. Thanks for watching.